Hello, Norrathians. This is Vass, and I am in the Six Flags over Norrath, and I am going to work on a few more of the shops today for you. Let me just make sure. Yep, everything's up and good to go. Okay, so I've got a couple of house actors over here. Move those out of the way as I have to build the building for them. And it pitches, but that's okay. So in the past couple of days, I actually decided that I was going to move the Six Flags over Norrath into a Court of the Master. It has 100 more item count, building block count. It has paths already laid in, which was really nice. So I started with the help of Demore and Cyrex. I started moving some of the items over to the Court of the Master, some of the rides and so on. And I quickly discovered that there was going to be issues. I cannot sink anything in the ground over there because things would flash out and in, out and in. You could walk through them, they were invisible. Plus all the foliage in there was sticking up through everything, so I was going to have to raise everything and make platforms for everything. So even though I had the extra 100 item count, I was going to use it all up on making grassy areas above grassy areas. So I decided to bring it back and put everything back the best I could. There were a few things that were pulled from other places and so on that I had to redo, but I think I've got everything in order now. Okay, there we go. That's okay. Let's see. Can I pitch it a little more? Yeah, there we go. And I see a little bit of grass showing through. There we are. So I'm just going to copy that one to the other ones and get rid of the pitch. Okay, so got those in place. Let's take this one and we're going to roll it 90 degrees. And it's sticking a little bit too far out. So let's move it back some to the northwest. A little too far. So southeast. There we go. And I'm going to copy this one to one of the other ones. And it is one that is rolled. And I'm going to move it. Let's do 3 to the northeast. Not quite. Let's do 2 more. Point 5. A little too far. We'll go back 0.2 to southwest. And this one's a little bit too far over. .05 northeast. There we go. This is going to be a simple box build. There we go. Give it a little bit of character. Now looking at this at the bottom here, it sticks out just a little bit past, and this one sticks out a little too far. So let's move this one in some more. Too far. There we go. I'm just trying to get my house actors in place here. And now I need to put you back here. Actually, I think I'm going to do it the other way around. I'm going to put you over here. And you over here. So I can put the painting on this wall. There we go. And one last piece. Okay. It is set. Looks just like her, doesn't it? Okay, so that one's done. Let's see. Which one do I want to do next? I want to do... Let's do this one next. I will have to move some of these out of the way. Let's get the sides in first. I think that height might be okay. And if we make this one bigger, to match. Let's see. It does need to come to the north a little bit. So let's move it to the north a bit. Probably not far enough, nowhere near. There we go. Let's see if the other side's poking through. It is. And it's barely poking through there, and it is poking through here. So we'll get it lined up, and then we will make it a little bigger. Oop, too big. And I don't have too terribly long to video today, but I might be able to video a couple of times. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. Okay, so let's bring this one down. Now we're going to save that, copy that one to this one, and move this one to the west. Too far. That looks good. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Copy that to this. And the larger one, 1.5. And move it to the south. And again, I went too far. And it's still just a hair too far. There we go. I like how these blend together. I've always liked that. The patterns blend together very well. They're not exact, but they're not placed exact. Okay, so I've got that one there. So now I need to copy this and this. And we're going to raise that one up some. As long as it's not showing through the window, I'm okay. And as long as my house actor can fit in there good. And she can't. And she's too small for a wood elf. There we go. Okay. See, I've got those. I am missing one piece, but I think I have it on me. I do. Okay, so that one's in there. Okay, so now I need to copy this and this to this one and this one. They're going to be too big, but I can adjust that. I just need them in the same place. Actually, I might not even adjust it. Okay, so let's copy the height of that one so I can get them exactly the same. So copying that, leaving everything else alone, loading, and new from diff on this one, and paste. Apply, save all, load it in. Okay. Now for these. Okay, I want to use, actually, let me use this one. To copy those two. So sort it by scale and copy this one to those. And I'm going to change the height to what I had copied before from the triangles. And let's go 1 east and 1 west. Spread those out. They will overlap. Okay, so now I need to do my 45s. I believe it's 45s. Is it roll? Yes, good. And they are too far out. So that one I did east, so I'll bring it into point 2 west, and then bring this one in point 2 east. I think that's the right way. Yes, okay. So roll 45, roll 45, and they're going to be rolled the same way, but I can rotate one of these 180. I think it's that one. Yep. Okay. So that one's rotated. I'm going to bring it up, but I want to have my triangles showing. And let's actually make these a little bigger. 4.3, 4.3. Okay. Okay, let's make sure these are at the same height. So we'll copy and we will paste. So now they're at the same height. And I'm not sure which one is which, but let's do 0.2 east on this one and west on this one. Wrong way. So go back 0.2 plus 0.2. Okay, that's better. They are overlapping too much. Closer. Okay, that's good. And I want to go up a little bit on these. There we go. And I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So I've got that done. Now I need to move my sign to the top. Okay, and if you have not guessed by now, I am doing a cotton candy shop. Got my little basket here for the cotton candy. Now I think I'm gonna have an issue because I don't think I can grab that whirligig. So I might have to find it in the editor and pull it up to move it. So, okay, so now I need to move this display over, and I want it to be in the front a bit. So I am going to move it north until I get it about centered. Oh, not that far. Okay, and now let's move it to the west a bit. And is it sticking through? No. Okay. It's hard to tell, but it is not. So I am going to go down 0.5. See if that gets rid of most of the gold. It does, but it's sticking through now. So let's go up 0.2. Okay, still kind of sticking through. And I'm going to move it to the east a bit. And I think if I move it up from here, let's go down just 0.1, see how that looks. Okay, a little tiny bits showing, so I'm just going to drag this down a bit. There we go. So that is in place now. And I need to do the same thing with the countertop displays. So I've got this one and this one. I need to basically, let's make these bigger, and I'll go from the smaller ones. So save that, and we are going to copy you guys. So those, move these. Now again, I do not use the moving crate because putting it in, a lot of times instead of pulling it from a crate, it will pull it from somewhere else in the house, and I don't want that issue. I had enough of that yesterday. So I'm going to sort this time by the smallest. So this is the smallest scroll. And copy that one to this one. The smallest coin pouch. I'm going to copy that one to that one. And the smallest potion sack, copy to there. So now if I select the bottom one by holding control and then click on the other ones I want, then it's just those that I need. And I want to move those 0.5 to the north. Okay, okay, where'd my other ones go? Okay, let's try that again. Copy the smallest. Actually, before I do that, let's load this up with them messed up. Okay. So coin pouch, and these are upside down, so that'll help. Okay, so copy this one to that one. And these two are flipped. So copy this one to this one. Copy this one to this one. Ah, there's where I made the mistake. It's going to be those three. 0.5 north. There we go. Now I'm going to grab all of those. I'm going to move them up to... I'm going to move them to the west and to the north. So we'll go to the north 2, 4, and we'll go to the west 2. Okay, it is too far with them up. So let's go 1 down. Okay, and now we need to do smaller increments. So let's do 0.5 down and east. Okay, and 0.5 north and east. And let's do 0.1s. We'll go up and north a couple, because I want to get that one out of the wall. Okay, that's better. This one can be a little closer to that one. And they shouldn't be showing through the front now. They're not. Okay. So the ones that I moved before, I am going to move to the south a couple 0.1s. There we go. So she's ready there. Now let's see if I can get this tub moved with the components. Ah, I can grab it. Good. Okay, so I am going to move this whole thing 3 to the north. Let's do 3 more to the north. And I want it in this back corner. Let's right back in there. So let's do one more to the north, and then a couple to the west. See where it puts us. Okay, 0.1 east a couple. And north a few. Okay, and let's see. Those three I need to move up a bit. There we go. Now this counter's going into it, so let's see if we can move it to the east some more. I'm not sure, it's hard to tell if it's near that wall. It was near that wall. So we'll go back one. And we will have to do a little more. So 0.05. And still not quite there. Okay, I could do that, and that will work. And I need to shrink this counter down a bit. Okay. Not that. I need to move this counter to the west a little bit. So I can get it out of the bucket. Now I do have the pink cotton candy showing. There we go. And I know what sign to put right here. I just don't have it on me yet. So I will have to get that. And this one will be pretty much set. I might want to decorate it up a bit. I want to do the same thing with this one, decorate it up a bit. But the ice cream shop is done with the cherry on top. Gotta do the house actor in here. I was thinking of putting some tables and chairs in here because there is a little bit of room for that. But that's if I have the item count. And then I've got the vampiric mirrors fit in nicely there to give it that frosty window since it's cold inside. Okay, so I got those done. I'm going to call it the end of the video. Next time we will work on a couple more shops. Got this one here. The Freeport one I'm not going to do until we start working on Freeport. And I've got another shop to do at the front. And I also have another shop to do in Kelethin. So I'll work on that one whenever we get to that point. If you could, please leave a comment in the messages on whether you would like to see me go work on Kelethin next or Freeport next. So those are our options right now. Oh, and before I leave, I did get the Volrich legs one completed since the last episode. Just need to do the house actor up. Got my sign in and my little Volrich chop at the top. So we are getting close to being finished. We have 2 more areas here, and then Neriak, which I mentioned I was going to do Neriak in a Neriak breakout because it would work better with it being inside a cave, a massive cave. So that's why I'm going to do that one in the Neriak breakout. It needs to be dark, and I can't get that here. And it needs to be in a cave, which would take a lot of item count. So if you could leave messages and leave comments whether you would like to see me work on Kelethin next, or would you like for me to work on Freeport next. Okay, thank you.